Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Duchess Braids here. So I know this style can be a little bit repetitive once you've watched one video on it. You've pretty much got the gist, but I wanted to run in here and tell you guys my new technique that I have for installing a micro links. So of course I have my sister here. Her birthday is coming up this week, and we decided to throw one bundle of microlink hair into her head just to give her a little bit of length and definitely more volume. So she hasn't had a perm in months. So when you haven't had a perm in a while, like your ends start to kind of break off and are thinning a little bit, so the roots are always going to be much thicker than the ends. So this is what you see here as I go through and I'm flat ironing her ends out. Again, because her back part of her hair is a little bit shorter, I'm gonna need a lot more leave out at the back than any other head, because we want her hair to be able to cover the microlinks. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting my comb down, and if I can see the tail of my comb through her hair once I pull it up, then I know I'm going to be able to see the microlink as well. So I'm parting out some more because I did see the comb. So I'm just adding some more hair to it to make sure that I do not see the comb when I pull it up. In turn, I will not be able to see the microlinks once they're installed. Now, everything that I'm using will be in the description box or the comment section for you guys. So, no need to go crazy in the comments. Just look in the comments for my name, or look in the description bar, and you will see everything that I'm using. So right now I lifted it up again and it was still showing through, so I'm now all the way up the back of her head from ear to ear, and I'm gonna start installing the microlink. So I'm leaving out some at the side, and I did the same thing. I pulled the hair over the comb just to make sure I cannot see the comb through the hair. So now we're using Ywigs hair. This is their straight microlink hair that will also be in the description bar. If you guys remember, I put this install in her head months ago. They had sent me 3 bundles. We had 1 bundle left over. I only used like 1.5 bundle in her hair the first time, and now we have 1 bundle left that I'm going to be installing, and you guys will see like what 1 bundle does to a hair. Like, it's crazy to me. I've really enjoyed microlink installs like over the past year, even in my own head. Like, I just feel like it does such a tremendous job. And it's now because they have the loops within them and you don't have to do it the traditional way when it first came out, it makes the install process so much faster. It's almost like you're putting in a sewing. It lasts longer to me, and you can reuse the hair as well. So I just feel like this is really the way. Like, I would rather this over sewing, to be honest. Like, that's my wave right now. And um it's just an easy process, and she loves it. She doesn't even really do much with her hair that often, so for her to love this style, like, I know it's something that works. So I've already installed the first row, and the tip that I wanted to really tell you guys is a tip that I actually learned from someone in the comments. Like, I mentioned wanting to leave out a lot of hair so that I make sure that it covers the microlink, and someone in the comments was like, why don't you just leave hair out in between the links? So I was like, duh, why didn't I think about that? Because I mean, that's smart. Like, why not leave out a row of hair? Because typically I'll just try to install everything layering up. Like, I never left out any hair. It's almost like a sewing. Like, once you sew down the whole like install, like everything, there's no hair in between. So there was like, why don't you do like links, then put a layer of her own hair on top? Duh, I should have thought of that. But that technique helped me out so much, because then it just hid a lot of the hair. So I in turn just did 2 rows of microlinks on top of each other, and then I left out like a slither of hair. And the reason why I left out a slither and not like a thick amount of hair is because I'm trying to get as much microlink in the hair as possible, just so you can see the length without it being looking thin and looking like, like raggedy because it's so thin. So I didn't want to leave out too much hair in between. So I would just do a slither on top, and then I'll go back and do like 2 or 3 more rows of microlink, and then another slither of hair. And that really, really helped the hair. And you guys will see that at the end. So as I'm going, you already know I'm parting out the side. I did not braid down the perimeter like I usually do. Kind of used to this install now, so I really don't have to do the things I used to do. And for you guys, if you're trying it, you can do the same thing. Once you get used to doing this install, it just comes like natural to you to know how much hair to leave out and how to move it upwards on the head. So here I am at the top, and again, I'm only using one bundle. That is just crazy to me. I cannot wait for you guys to see the finished install, because just one bundle alone made such a huge difference. I do feel like this hair is great. Like, if you have shorter hair, definitely use 2 bundles or 3, if you have shorter hair. But if you have some length and you just want to add fullness to your hair, like, this is so great. Like, order 3 bundles and then just keep them for a year or so, by installing a few rows just to give your hair some length. And as you guys seen in my previous video, I actually like added color. Like, my client had some color, and I added, like, she had like a 30 in her hair, and I added like a 27 with the micro links, and it looked so natural. It blended so well with her hair. So it's not only to give it length and volume, but also you can add color, you can add highlights to your hair with these links. So typically the tool does come with the microlink, the little needle nose pliers that I'm using, but you might have to buy that on the site when you guys purchase the hair. If not, like, I guess Home Depot. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm pretty sure Home Depot has some needle nose pliers for you guys. Just make sure not to pull the hair too tight to the scalp. Again, like, I've done this a number of times, but I did just want to let you guys know of my new technique, which is basically doing 2 rows, leaving out a slither of their natural hair, then doing 2 or 3 more rows, leaving out a slither. And that helped tremendously with just hiding the micro links, especially at the back. Because when I would do them, like, the back would just kind of see a little bit, like, if she was doing too much shaking with her hair, you could kind of see through it. But this time you can't really see much at all. So see, I've only added 1 bundle, so now I'm gonna cut it down, because if I left it like that, that is just too thin for me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but we don't like it to get like thin and strawny, so we're gonna cut it. And I'm using like a, listen, I'm not a professional cutter, so don't come for me, but I'm using like a eyebrow pencil to just like feather it out. And then I'm gonna go in with the scissors and make it shorter. So we're just cutting off the strawny ends. Like, I'm starting at where her hair ends and just kind of like feathering it out. And then I'm going to go in with the scissors and cut some more off. And this makes it look so full. And then I'm going to go in and curl it. So for you guys that are not good at curling, like, for the longest time I could not curl well, and I finally got it how to curl, you guys. So of course, I'm using my T3. Again, all these things will be linked, and I told you guys about the pros and the cons of the T3, but so far it really has been my favorite curling iron to use. Is interchangeable, so I could put different size barrels on the T3. But I did tell you guys about the con of it, but still, it still remains my favorite curling iron so far. Unless you guys find something new, let me know. But so far, this is my favorite one. So what I do is, like, I part the head in half, and then I just curl backwards from the face to the middle, and then I turn the barrel the other way for the other side of her head and curl backwards from the face. And just follow how I'm curling, and this almost works every single time. I'm still not a super pro at curling, but I feel like this definitely gives me what I'm looking for. If you guys have any other techniques, again, like, I don't, you mean, I do read the comments, so I don't take critiques like serious, or what I'm saying, I'm good at taking constructive criticism. So if you guys say, hey, curl it like this or do this, like, don't think you're shaming me. Just, I learned from it, unless you saying it crazy, but I will learn from it, and I might, implement it if it makes sense to me in my other videos, or it might help somebody else in the comments. So, you know, this is the final look, you guys. She is ready for her birthday. She says she feels brand new. She feels like the old her when her hair was actually this length and volume. And it looks so good. For a style like this, whenever I am happy with a style, I go into dance for my clients. They know when I love the style is when I start dancing, and they do their little giggle and stuff. But this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. All the information will be in the description. Again, I used Ywigs hair. This is their straight microlink eye tips. So go ahead and check that out.